Thinking of buying an American car in 2024? Think again. We're breaking down the worst American cars that are likely to drain your wallet and patience. Stay tuned to find out which models you should steer clear of. Ford Escape and Bronco Sport. First up, we have Ford. Without question, some of the worst brand new Ford that you should avoid are the Ford Escape and the Bronco Sport, especially those with the 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine. Due to fuel economy and emissions rules, many automakers have downsized their engines, and Ford's 3-cylinder EcoBoost is a prime example. Unfortunately, asking a tiny, overstressed turbocharged engine to move a big, heavy crossover is not the best idea for longevity. These models have had their fair share of reliability concerns, including serious issues such as cracked injectors, which can lead to fires, coolant leaks, turbo problems, and blown head gaskets causing engine failure. Given Ford's spotty track record with small displacement EcoBoost engines, the smartest and safest move is to avoid them altogether. If you want a Ford Escape, opt for the hybrid model with its naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, which is a much safer option. But it's not just the smaller engine Fords you should avoid. Ford Explorer and Lincoln Aviator. You should also steer clear of the Ford Explorer and the Lincoln Aviator. Both SUVs are mechanically identical and have poor reliability records. Common problems include transmission issues, such as transmission failure, and EcoBoost engine problems, including coolant leaks, turbo failures, and fracturing intake valves, which can completely take out the entire engine. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, is currently investigating these issues. Additionally, the Aviator suffers from a variety of electrical issues and hybrid system problems. Considering how expensive these vehicles are, problems of this magnitude are unacceptable, and you're likely to end up with a money pit that will lose its value quickly while draining your bank account with repair bills. Unfortunately, other Ford models aren't in the clear either. Models with EcoBoost engines have very hit-or-miss reliability. Broncos have been recalled for total engine failures, and the F-150 PowerBoost was ranked as the least reliable vehicle in the Consumer Reports study last year due to EcoBoost issues, electrical problems, and transmission issues. While some Ford models are better than others, and proper maintenance can help mitigate risks somewhat, there's still a lot to watch out for. Chevrolet Blazer EV. Next, let's move on to General Motors. A good place to start is with the Chevrolet Blazer EV. This vehicle had one of the most disastrous launches when it hit the market at the end of 2023. The reliability problems were so bad that GM had to stop selling them to develop fixes, which were not available then. Issues included charging problems, software glitches, and electronic failures with many of the car's features. Since the Blazer EV is so new, predicting its long-term reliability is tough, but buying one now seems like a pretty big gamble. Buick Encore and Chevrolet TrailBlazer. Other GM vehicles to avoid include the Buick Encore and the Chevrolet TrailBlazer. These small crossovers are priced much higher than the more affordable Buick Envision and the Chevrolet Trax, but don't offer much, if any, extra value for that premium. They use a tiny 3-cylinder turbo engine with underwhelming performance and potential reliability concerns. GM's history with small turbo engines isn't great. Just ask any Chevy Cruze owner. The combination of a tiny 3-cylinder engine with direct injection, turbocharging, and a wet timing belt doesn't bode well for longevity. Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra. Even GM's bread-and-butter vehicles, their full-size pickup trucks, can be surprisingly problematic and reliability nightmares. This includes the Chevrolet Silverado and the GMC Sierra with the 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter Ecotec 3 V8 engines. These engines have serious reliability issues related to their cylinder deactivation technology, which is another piece of complicated tech designed to reduce emissions and improve fuel consumption. These engines have well-documented problems with lifter failure, which can occur at very low mileage and completely take out the entire engine. The problem is so severe that there have been major class action lawsuits against General Motors. These trucks also suffer from serious transmission problems, causing major headaches for owners. While none of the domestic trucks are perfect, GM's issues are significant enough to make you reconsider owning one for the long run. Tesla Model X. Now, let's talk about Tesla. Within the Tesla lineup, the biggest dude without question has to be the Tesla Model X. Unlike the super popular Model Y and Model 3, the Model X has become a bit of a forgotten relic. Slow sales have forced Tesla to slash the price several times, completely tanking the resale values on the used market. Even at a discount, the Model X is still wildly overpriced. It's also the most problematic and least reliable model Tesla makes, so buying one will likely result in a massive financial loss. Tesla has newer and better EVs now, so it's time for the Model X to rest in peace. Chrysler Pacifica. And finally, we have Stellantis. Quite frankly, I don't even know where to begin with this one because Stellantis makes so many overpriced, underwhelming, money-draining duds that it isn't even funny. Let's start with Chrysler and their Pacifica. This minivan is ridiculously overpriced, plummets in value, and is plagued with so many reliability issues that Consumer Reports rated it the least reliable vehicle of 2024. This is especially true for the plug-in hybrid version, which is the worst of all, Dodge Hornet. Next, we have Dodge and their Hornet, a small crossover with barely enough space for anything. It uses mechanical parts from Alfa Romeo, which means repair shop visits are inevitable, and it has a price tag higher than everything it competes with. It's a disaster recipe of a car, Ram trucks. Then there's Ram, a truck brand ranked by Carriage as the most expensive to maintain and repair of all mainstream brands. Every truck from the 1500 to the heavy duties has wildly expensive repair costs post-warranty. Now that Ram has replaced their Hemi V8 engine with a new, unproven, and rather complicated turbocharged 6-cylinder engine, things aren't likely to improve anytime soon. Jeep. And finally, we have Jeep, a brand that epitomizes an overpriced money pit. Jeeps have become so expensive in recent years that it defies logic. How about $40,000 to $45,000 for a Jeep Compass? Or $80,000 to $90,000 for a Jeep Grand Cherokee? It's no wonder these vehicles struggle to sell, and anyone who buys one takes a massive depreciation hit. While your Jeep's value plummets, you'll enjoy repair after repair, because reliability and Jeep just don't go together. It's tough to make a sensible case for buying any Jeep, with the possible exception of the Wrangler, which has strong enough demand to maintain resale value. For the most part, Stellantis is quite a mess of an automaker that needs major work. Although I've painted a pretty bleak picture of the American automakers, not every vehicle they make is bad. There are some good options that some consumers might want to consider. If you're interested in a video on the best American cars to buy, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also check out some of my other videos by clicking these links here. Follow us on Instagram, and if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, visit carhelpkin.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.